Today's RSA University educational opportunity is about employee premium contribution strategies. Let's learn more.
Let's talk about employee premium contribution sharing strategies. What are employee premium contributions? That is the dollar amount that the employees are going to pay to participate in the plan. So once the employer gets their renewal, they're going to think about how much do we want the employee to share in this responsibility, and then that contribution amount comes through payroll. If you have a self-funded plan, the same idea applies. You don't necessarily have total premiums because the employer is paying a portion of those claims. So we ask the excess loss carrier to give us illustrative rates that will allow us to figure the calculations for the employee. So what are the considerations that we're looking at when we're looking at how much the employee should pay? Well, what is the culture at the employer? What is the impact on recruitment and retention of the employees? And what is the impact on the employer financials? Those are obviously the big three that float to the top. Plan steerage really talks about if there are more than one plans, is there a particular plan that the employer really wants to drive to the employees? And if that's the case, we financially incent the contributions to help the employee. To coordination of the benefit plan design, if you have an opportunity to make contributions to an HSA or an FSA that help in the employee pay deductibles, co-insurances, and co-pays, that all becomes a part of this calculation. Do we want the dental and the vision bundled with the medical program contribution, or do we want those contributions unbundled, which allows the employees to purchase each one of those separately? We have equity for lower wage employees, which essentially is the higher wage workers are charged more than the lower wage workers, and there's calculations for that. We also have, when we're looking at achieving financial goals, it's both for the employer and the employee. And then the last thing we really need to think about is any union negotiations and how that might impact the contribution. So what are the employee premium contribution strategies? Well, in this particular example, we're showing an 80-20, which means the employer would pay 80% of a premium and the employee would pay 20% of the premium. And you can do that across all coverage levels, the single, two-person, and family rate. Or you can do it across all plans with a base plan and then a medium plan and a high plan, and you can change, you can keep it all 80-20, or you can do different percentiles based on how you want to drive the employees into a plan. And some employers want a larger percent of the dollars going towards the single coverage because they want to encourage their employees to have the coverage. And on the backside, if the employee wants to cover the rest of their family, the employer makes them pay a little bit more to have that coverage. A defined contribution plan is simply where an employer makes a finite amount of money available per employee, and then the employees choose the benefits they want, and they pay whatever the difference is. Now that's a good plan because the benefit of that is that the contributions are budgetable by the employer. However, it could be seen as a bad plan if every year that dollar amount is not increased, because whatever it is not increased by, the premium increase is usually borne by the employee. Compliance. It would be easy if we could just do all these things without worrying about rules and laws, but that's not the case. So in section 125, which allows for the pre-tax of deductions for premiums, we have discrimination rules that we have to be concerned with. We have employee class considerations so that similarly situated employees need to be treated equally. Michigan state laws like Michigan Public Act 152, where you have the hard cap or the 80/20 for applicable public employers, that comes into play. And that's for medical only. HIPAA allows for wellness premium incentives, but they can't exceed 20% of the total premium. And the Affordable Care Act allows wellness incentive impacts to 30% of the premium cost or 50% for tobacco for employee only cost. So if you have any questions about employee premium contribution strategies, or you want to learn more, please contact your Rose Street Advisors relationship manager, or you can reach us at info@rosestreetadvisors.com, or you can call us at 269-552-3200. Thank you and have a good day.